EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's another beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. Also the lineup is Let's Talk, and our focus is on Adeshile Adedeji and Company Limited and Infratel Africa. On Spot On, we shall bring you a similarly young, fashionable and goal-getting fashion icon, Mogbodofo Adelekon, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Lekushi Global Limited. And on the face-to-face, we shall continue our conversation with the adorable, stylish, visionary, and resourceful founder, Managing Director, and Chief Executive Officer of Jamuna West Lifestyle, one of the fastest growing interior design solutions providers in Nigeria. It's a package you'll love to watch. Sit back as we bring you the details. Research reports have shown that any country that desires capacity and quality to enhance productivity for economic growth and development must give adequate attention to human capital.
What we're here to do is to talk about the digital economy, which is a major economy being developed in Nigeria by both government and the private sectors. At this session, we'll be having different speakers tell us what are the possibilities available for this economy, which is developing big way in Nigeria, and Africa is also taking a big development in this digital economy that is developing. And Nigeria is a forerunner, it's a major forerunner in Africa. And we are also worldwide, we're about 34, 35 out of the 50 leading economies, developing economies, in the world. So there's still a lot of room for the development for us in this economy. We all can see what happened during COVID. People could not travel, but through digital economy, people are able to hold meetings, Zoom call, and other things. A lot of things are happening. And with this, you can see the potential that are available. And this is an area we want to try and develop.
Deji Adeshile is a similarly young, visionary and result-oriented Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Adeshile Adedeji and Company Limited.
Like, our vision is to be one of the leading collaborators in the financial management consulting industry. So we expect to be able to have reached out to more players in the industry and provide the much needed, provide finance partnership to address the infrastructure gap in Nigeria. So we're glad to have been in that space in the next few years. We are making efforts, and one of those efforts is joining the Nigerian Ministry of Commerce. So we hope that platform will give us leverage to more investors. Then we can show them and say, we have this gap in Nigeria, we have this need in Nigeria, we have policy backing up when they come into Nigeria. These are the incentives we can take when you come to Nigeria, and we hope the government will reciprocate by giving them that enabling environment to bring in their fund and to be able to repatriate, because it's very important. Because one of the questions investors always ask us, if they bring in our fund, how can we repatriate our proceeds? So it's going to be, should be a two-way thing. The investors willing to bring in the fund, government giving them assurance that when they want to pull their fund in form of dividend, interest on those debts or equity they are going to bring in, they will be able to do that. So we expect that, but we are hoping that in the next few years, our brand will be able to be one of the players that supported the growth of the Nigerian economy. I'm a young person as well, and I started the firm very young. And I'll just say it from my experience. Those things that worked for me is just being focused, being disciplined, and being consistent. That's just one thing that actually worked for me. So and here I am. So of course, I encourage every young people like myself or younger than myself to anything they want to do, just be focused, be disciplined, and be consistent. Challenges is part of the process. That's what I always tell people. Because even when a client comes and they have, I say, yes, it's just part of the process. So your ability to look at those challenges, being open-minded, and know that you want to solve this challenge. Sometimes the solutions are around the challenge itself. So it's just like looking at who and who to, or what and what you need to put together to make that challenges go off. So just having an open mind and being able to be consistent with the solution you provide and ability to reach out to people, network of people, provide solution, build a support system when you need them, and all of those things. The way I unwind is just just lie down and try to, just on lighter note, just lie down, meditate, and have a bit of distraction with music, and the early starts for the organization, and much more time is needed at this phase. Maybe the next 10 years, I have much time to now fool myself and have quite much more family time and all of those social things. But for now, it's just on a very, very minimal level. But the work-life balance, of course, I do observe that. It's very important because I've attended so many seminars and they say stress management, mental health is something that we should take very seriously. Have time to rest. It's not all the time work, but make sure that you have something that distracts you so that you have a balance. And of course, what we do is more of a mental exercise. So, and if you don't observe good sleep, if you don't eat healthy, it affects your productivity. So it's one of the things that we take very seriously.
Infratel, welcome to our world. Infratel Africa, call us now. Infratel Africa, technology you can trust.
Bakaya, who they are? Now your boy BAS said, call me Bash the Cat, the King Kang. It's time to challenge to win. 2 million naira no be play money. Have you got talent, rap, music, every wonderful thing in a comedy that you can do? Now your boy they are BSH. I'm a singer, a comedian, a dancer, and an entrepreneur. It's time to go with 2 million naira. Tell your friend to tell that next friend to tell that next friend that it's time to challenge to win. 2 million naira no be small money. And who they are? Now your boy BAS said, the King Kang. Follow us on our website, www.challengetowin.com. Oh, my loud gun. Yeah, I got that.
Tunji Alabi is the managing director of Infratel Africa.
No one company can do this. It takes a collaboration of companies, partnerships to get this work done. There are not many of us that do this, that do what we do in Nigeria. And honestly, we need more, but it's capital intensive. So the barrier to entry is high, and it's getting higher and higher, especially with the current economic climate. We foster competition because really it's not competition, it's collaboration. Because the more we collaborate, the better we can do things. If I have a solution that I need to deploy today, and I'm the only one, the cost I will get that is going to be prohibitive. If there are quite a number of us that are adding our own bits to the solution, that at the end of the day becomes a better solution and a cheaper solution, we all benefit. We don't focus on competition, we focus on collaboration. And collaboration really is a watchword. I tell people that what we are building is distribution. We're building distribution. So if I have 500 of these communities and I have a digital village hub in these 500 communities, what that tells you is that I am the new post office in the community. I'm the new INEC in the community. I am the new population census in the community. So I am the new digital hub in the community. If anybody is coming into that community, What they first of all ask for is an infratel. Because they know when they get to infratel, they can get to anywhere in the community. So I want to become a part of the fabric of each community and build distribution and layer the services on top of that. So that the next time it could be flour mills coming and saying, I want to sell flour to this community. Coming through infratel. It could be any other product. I just layer product upon product in the digital village hub that we do. Digital product. It could be I could be the next data center in the community. I am the one-stop shop. The easiest way to live life is to go with your passion. And I pray that your passion impacts humanity positively. Just to give you a bit of history about myself, I did computer engineering for my first degree in Ife. After leaving Ife, I went to England. I got a job. My first job was with Citibank in the UK. I spent 18 months with Citibank in the US as part of my training. I left Citibank and joined an online betting company as a chief technology officer. Then I got the yearning to come back home in 1999. I left England in the year 2000 and went to South Africa, and I joined Shell. And with Shell, I was doing quite a bit with Shell on Sarbanes-Oxley, business process engineering. And I did that, and I got called by V-Mobile at the time. I joined V-Mobile in the technical department. I became the director of rollout in the rollout department. But by the time I left, I was the director of strategy. I left V-Mobile when V-Mobile became Celtel, became Zain. And somewhere in that, I moved to Flour Mills. I was the director of technology for Flour Mills before I joined EcoBank Group, where I was the chief information officer for the group. I've always worked in corporate, but I've always had a passion for transformation. And luckily, I was able to deliver that passion in my lifetime. So when I connect to you, I say, you need a passion. You need to have something you're passionate about. And be passionate, not about that thing, but delivering that thing to impact humanity positively. So that's my parting words.
Let's get ready for a world of creative skills and talent.
My name is Flameboy DNL. I'm doing this for Challenge to Win. Credit to the Mavis Record family for this awesome song titled Overdose. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, nah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Every good thing you they do to me, you they sweet to me for body. Share your love and feel for the wow, 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 wow. Girl, boy, let me can go crazy. I'm gonna say sure for me.
Challenge to Win, a world-class platform for the recognition, promotion, and reward of creative skills and talent. 2 million naira up for grabs. Visit www.challengetowin.com. Proudly supported by EOM Communications Limited and powered by Proudly Nigerian Campaign. Challenge to Win, creativity, reward, and empowerment. Mogbodofo Adelekon is a similarly young, fashionable, but goal-getting managing director and chief executive officer of Lekushi Global Limited.
I don't go for less. If I don't feel good of what I make, I don't deliver it to any of my customers, because my customers are dear to me. I have relationship with all my customers. If I deliver what is wrong, they know that your hand is not on this particular dress. I don't joke with finishing. I don't joke with my style of making clothes for my client. I give them quality service in terms of delivery on point. We are trying our best. The way I'm doing my thing 2 years ago, 3 years ago is different from the way I'm doing it now. 7 years ago, I wasn't here, but now I'm here. So it's a matter of time. But if government can support the youth with maybe like me having this kind of setup, and you see the kind of work I've done so far, at least loan, you can imagine that we cannot produce fabric here in Nigeria. Everything, we import everything. That way is poor, kind of, but I believe that it will happen. It's just gradual process. You having a business in Nigeria is hard, kind of, but if you really know what you're doing, my environment, I take advantage of what is in my environment. So situation of Nigeria is hard, I won't lie to you, but challenge it. If you are thinking about dollar, about pounds, no, you are not staying in London, you are not staying in America, you are staying in Nigeria. So work around value that the environment can give to you. So you are not living there, we are spending naira here. So whatever value you have here, utilize it, because we have the population. For example, if you are making a cloth of 10,000 and you are making it for 20 million people or for 10 million people, and you are getting like 2,000 naira or you are getting like 1,000 naira, calculate it. What do you think will happen? Or for example, I'm producing 24 hours products here. You came in and you brought your fabric, like 10 fabric, and you stay 8 hours and you take your fabric and go. And they deliver to you. What do you think will happen? Do I need to still come and tell Mr. B that I want to talk about so? You yourself will go and preach to Mr. B, preach to Mr. C that somebody is producing. He's producing, it's not even 24 hours, it's producing 8 hours. That's the logic we want to put now. If you call like 2, 3, 4 designers in this Nigeria, some of them will talk different things about me. Some people call me machines, some people call me Chinese, some people call me faster, fusto. Why is it that I work with time? I don't play with time. If you call my customer now and ask for my customer, they will say different things too, like, quick delivery. I don't play with quick delivery. I don't play with time. Because I've never worked for anyone before in my life. Only my mother. I managed my mother business for like 2 years and it improved drastically. And I left and I go to school. When I round up my service here in 2010, in fact, I explored Lagos. Not even Lagos alone, some other states in Nigeria. Everybody have Lekuchi. My own style of cutting is different. If I'm sewing my native, I'm sewing my native with pant trouser so that I can use that pant trouser for alternative, like use it to wear shirts and the rest. So it's different. So that's the reason why I could be able to break in Lagos, in Nigeria, across the globe. So whoever that putting on my clothes now, look at it, Lekuchi is Lekuchi. It's Lekuchi because I have my cut. Now people are not following the trend. Most designers are following the trend because I introduced it.
This is Gemona West Lifestyle. Welcome to a world-class interior design solutions provider. Gemona West Lifestyle is a leading luxury interior platform that changes the way people shop and design spaces. As a frontline industry player, we provide a warm, worry-free and comfortable experience that creates value for our esteemed clients. Gemona West Lifestyle. Call us now on our premium numbers.
Over the years, fashion has evolved from the very beginning of time to the medieval and the contemporary fashion of today. We at Lekuchi Global are introducing a special collection of apparels of gender-neutral clothing called the Universal Collection, featuring extraordinary tailored styles available for all societal class. The Universal Collection embodies all fashion transition eras and is inspired by the chronological event of human growth. That's why it is a blend of all clothes worn by different people from different races. T-shirts, pants, English natives, jackets, suits, agbadas, blazers, and accessories such as bags, hats, and so much more. Place orders and be the first to benefit from our 30% discount on all styles in the Universal Collection series. Follow us at Lekuchi Global on all social media platforms. Be a part of the evolution.
Mrs. Naomi Grace Smith is the adorable, stylish, visionary, and resourceful founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Gemona West Lifestyle.
The Interior Design Association have been doing tremendous work. They organize various exhibitions throughout the year. They organize various seminars to help build your knowledge, and there's a huge knowledge gap in this market, in this part of the world. So each year they offer something new, they offer something exciting, and we're always looking forward to it. They've created a wonderful database where interior designers and suppliers within the industry can reach out to each other, and that's been extremely useful, especially as a startup. So our industry has truly come a long way, and they're a huge part of that. I think there's a lot that has been part of this growth, but I think there's been a huge focus and discussions over the years, more so since COVID, on the effects of spaces and one's well-being. I think this has led to more of an appreciation on the value that interior architects and designers bring. There's been more of a focus over the years, more so since COVID, on the effects of spaces and one's well-being. And I think this has led to more appreciation of the value that interior architects and designers bring, and how what we do affects one's overall wellness and affects our community. We're seeing a lot of organizations now taking more care about their staff's well-being and creating more collaborative and creative spaces for their staff, and homeowners are paying more attention to how they feel in their space. You know, research now is showing that well-designed spaces can reduce stress and create positive moods and improve overall mental health and behavior. So we're predominantly an e-commerce business, and I would say the two main areas that affect the ease of doing business for us are internet infrastructure and banking and financial systems. So, you know, we're trying to compete with what the West are offering. And in doing that, we're focused on providing an experience. So our user interface scores very high, which means we have rich images to give you that luxury feel, that inviting look on our site. And internet infrastructure makes doing business not so great online. It takes quite a while for our site to load, which is a big problem. I know that there are plans to bring 5G into our space, and that definitely will improve our service delivery greatly. Our second is our banking and financial system, which is not as mature as the Western ones, who can provide us with more financial instruments for platforms like ours. As we all know, the future is going online, and we're trying to be forward-thinking in what we can provide, or in how we can provide a better service and bring value to our nation. We're trying to provide finance, and in trying to put this together, it's not been easy, but we're doing our best, and we're trying to find ways around it. So our long-term plan would be to compete globally in the West African market. We're still currently doing that research and seeing how the African continental free trade area will feed into this. But we do believe that there are great opportunities in the West African market. But I think right now we're focused on you know, getting our feet firmly on ground in our current market, and we'll continue building on our model over time. But thanks to walking inflation, prices of things we buy every day it's rising astronomically faster than wages. The cost of production is on the increase. It's making it practically impossible for manufacturers to keep their prices constant and to maintain quality of their products. You know, it's really a shame because times like this, we're seeing great products falling off people's favorite list. And this is due to this plague called inflation. In the last 3 weeks, we have witnessed, in our business, we've witnessed a rise of about 30% on products due to inflation, due to exchange rates, rise in fuel. And in the meantime, customers are being advised to tighten their pockets. So the conditions are harsh, and we're having to look for ways to cut down on costs and work lean. But thankfully, we have consultants out there that are advising us on these issues. I would say our main challenge has really been with people, staffing. We are really short of professionals in our industry, and that's mainly because our education system doesn't really have a focus on the interior design sector. And unfortunately, the few talents that we do have are leaving to work abroad. So we're currently having to look at developing various strategies and in-house training programs and graduate scheme programs to sort of combat this problem. That's really been our biggest challenge to date. Well, thankfully, we've been quite blessed with the suppliers and vendors that we've been dealing with over the years. We make it important to develop relationships. It's part of our vision and mission for the studio, and that will also be transferred to lifestyle. Relationships are key, and I think through those relationships we're able to understand whether or not we have similar values, and through that we're able to establish if a working relationship can be created. So so far we've not had any issues, and we pray that remains the same.
And this is where we bring down the curtains on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our deep gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.